Are you way to the music?
He here.
Oh my God.
That's what we do.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Wjzz Cool TV, the Blues Factory. Live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and other top social media platforms. So,
don't like her. Don't follow her. And those that like us, follow us, and share. And thank you for watching WJZZ, the coolest station in the world. That's be playing. You know you miss me.
I didn't miss you.
You did.
I didn't miss you. Hi, Al.
Hey, baby.
My co-host, Mr. Al B. Shore Livingston.
And the one and only Diva of Blues and Soul. The lovely, dynamic, out of sight, devastating. Do I get a raise for that?
Hell
Miss
no.
Priscilla Price.
Hey, y'all. How y'all doing this evening? I want to welcome you to WJZZ, the Blues Factory. Cool TV, the Blues Factory. Yes. You know I like to get my commercials out the way, so we're going to talk about the second annual Southern Soul on the River, C&B production, August the 12th, with Willie Clayton, T. Marv, J1, West Love, Sir Charles Jones, Tina P., and our very own Coco, the comedian and DJ Fuji from right here in Detroit. That's going to be at the amphitheater. You can get your tickets online at Ticketmaster, or you can go to the box office at Aretha Amper Theater.
I knew you was going to get it out.
Damn, that's a long word. Why come I can't say Shane Park? They know where it is. Woo-wee, goodness gracious. And also I want to let you know about the R&B Hall of Fame.
Oh, yes.
Class of 2023. Matter of fact, we have one of the inductees in the studio today with us, but we'll get to that later. But we want to let you know that it's going to be held September the 24th at the Hawk Center.
The Hawk Center?
That's at in Farmington Hills on 12 Mile. I can't see that address. That shit too little. Anyway, y'all look it up online. The Hawk Center. On you can you see that address right there? It ain't on that one, damn it. It's right there.
Give me the right one. Now give me your glasses. Okay, it's going to be at the Hawk Center. That'll be 29995 West 12 Mile Road in Farmington Hills, Michigan. That's going to be Sunday, September the 24th. So, it's going to be a lot of the doors. Carpet, red. This is going to be a red carpet affair. So
don't come in there no damn blue jeans and gym shoes.
And that's right. You tell them.
You
tell them.
And the doors open at 3:30.
And the doors open at 3:30. So once again, it's going to be at the Hawk Center at 29995 West 12 Mile Road in Farmington Hills. That's going to be Sunday, September the 24th, and the doors will be opening at 3 p.m. So y'all get there. It's going to be some folks getting inducted into this. I got to say some of these doggone names. We got Dee Dee Sharp, New Edition, Hall Oaks, Alea, Thelma Houston, Jermaine. Give me your glasses. People Pricing.
Jermaine Dupree, y'all.
Yeah, Jermaine Dupree. Now, see, and I remember who he is. Okay. The
G.C. Cameron, the Debonaires.
Yeah, the Debonaires. That's who I was trying to get. Sam Cooke, Dee
Ain't no
Warwick.
Sam Cooke. That's
Sam Moore. Look like a cook to me. Give me your glass.
I gotta deal with this. He can't read. He can't see.
And the Almighty Stubb Sisters. We got, I'm saving you for last. We got Ronnie Nelson from TLO. That's my brother from another mother. Also, King Arthur, Gwen Fox, Gerald Austin.
Linda Jones. Dusty Springfield.
I remember her. Brooke Benton.
Yes.
And our own.
Ruby Andrews.
Yes. And our own one and only Priscilla Price is going to be abducted. You're going to be abducted.
I'm not going to be abducted. Yes. So So that's going to be September the 24th, the induction.
Yes.
But I also want to let y'all know that on Friday, September the 22nd, they're honoring music legends with street naming. So.
Oh, that's right.
And September the 23rd, which is the white party, it's going to be at Burt's on down in Eastern Market. Mm-hmm. And that's a $10, admission fee. That's for the, like a meet and greet, the white party. It's gonna be awesome.
Oh yeah.
And come on out and hang out with the biggies. Now, July the 15th.
July 15th.
In Ottawa, they got their Mid-Michigan Ottawa's 2023 Soul Fest. That's gonna be in Ottawa, Michigan, at the Mid-Michigan Ottawa Event Center. And we also have August the 5th, 2023 at Yates Township Hall in Ottawa.
Yes.
That's going to be outside, and it's located at 6437 South Nelson Road in Ottawa. It starts at 12 noon until you can bring your coolers, your lawn chairs, and for information, if you want to get a tent, or get a picnic table, you call. No, don't call. Text for information.
Who knows how to text?
There's a whole lot of people know how to text. I'd rather text
and
call you because I don't want nobody hear my conversation. Be quiet, boy. 313-717-5197. Text it. 313-717-5197. And talk to Miss Jen Martin about that.
Okay, now with this, can kids come or is this grown folks in the town?
No, everybody can come.
Anybody can come.
Anybody can come. They usually have the buses. Matter of fact, there's a bus that's going to be going up there that day.
Yes.
And if you don't want to drive, you can get on the bus. All you have to do is call Miss Bernie at 864-6874. 864-6874. Al told me I have to read the shit twice. Anyway. Don't forget, June the 24th. Wait a minute, that's gone, ain't it? Mm-hmm. What the hell is doing on the table? July 13th, WJCC. Huh?
Go ahead, I want to hear you say that again.
July 13th.
Uh-huh.
WJCC. You stupid.
Okay, that's right. Sorry.
You are stupid.
That's fine.
Hurry up, boy. I gotta get to my guest. WJCC Legacy Jazz Series. I don't know if Roger's gonna do the boogie down thing, cause he didn't put nothing on the table for me to read. So
okay.
Anyway, this is gonna be going on July the 13th.
Yeah, that's on a Thursday, from 7 to 9 p.m. Matt
LaRusso Trio. So. With guest vocalist Taylor Smith, not Taylor Swift, motherfucker.
Lord Jesus, I know you ain't done with
Taylor Smith.
Taylor Swift. Okay.
Celebrating our guest co-host, Mr. John Taylor. But you know, WJCC is a icon radio station.
Yes, it is.
And thanks to Roger, we get to do this podcast with, WJCZ affiliation. I want to thank Roger.
We've been doing
for
this
that.
how long now?
We've been doing it over a year now.
Over a year.
A year. It was
I
a
had
year.
to be bothered with you.
It was a year in April.
That's a long time to be messing around with you, Priscilla. But I love it. I love you, Priscilla. Just say you love me, even though you just say it.
You're watching WJZZ Cool TV, the Blues Factory, live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and other top social media platforms. So like us,
follow us, and share. And thank you for subscribing to WJCZ, the coolest station in the world.
Now, another thing I want to say before I get to my special guest. Congratulations to Martha Reeves.
Oh, yes.
For receiving
yes.
her star on the Walk of Fame.
And her fans that supported her. That's awesome. Living legend.
You can go on marthareeves.net and make any kind of donations or talk to her, find out what's going on with her, and get the info. She's doing a thing, and also, she's getting ready to do the narration for the Bablo.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Yes.
Awesome.
She's getting ready to do that. I want to let her know that we are in her corner 100%. So we have to make sure that she get the homage that she's deserving. Being the Queen of Detroit.
Yes, because she's been a councilwoman.
Yes, and she's a motivated speaker.
Yes.
We thank you, Martha, for all that you do. Also, the Black Music Awards is coming up. And congratulations to Diane Mathis for bringing her phone. She gonna kill you, girl. Congratulations to Mike Kilgore. He's getting a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Okay, let go.
Yes, I want to congratulate him on that. And some more, I don't know who all is being, nominated.
Enchantment.
The Enchantment?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Enchantment,
They're
yes.
getting a Lifetime Achievement Award as well.
Yes, they are.
Okay. So, anyway, congratulations to all of them. And ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you to my special guest as soon as she get finished answering her phone.
We actually have two special guests, but we're going to start with the ladies first.
The cutest one.
Yeah, the prettiest one, yeah.
One of the ladies that is being inducted into the Rhythm and Blues Hall of Fame along with her group, Miss Diane Mathis, y'all. Come on. Yes, welcome to Wjzz Cool TV. And
the one and only Robert Rip Washington. He's a legend also in his own, from the Superlatives. Yes, indeed.
Wow, yeah, give it up, y'all, give it up.
Yes, indeed. Another Westbound artist.
Hey.
Westbound.
Westbound.
Big Bernie.
You know.
Big Bernie.
Ah, yes, Big Bernie. I used to go me and Big Bernie used to hang out back in the day. I ain't gonna put it in years, but we hung out.
Yeah.
We're so glad to have you guys hanging out with us today.
Yes.
We're gonna start with Miss Diane Mathis. Sweetie, tell us what you've been doing, how you been doing, who you been doing it to.
No, don't do it.
Oh my God.
Hold up on that one.
Just
Okay,
for
okay.
what you
Hold up on that one. Thank you. Good afternoon, good evening to both of you, two crazy people. You are so funny. I mean, you guys have such a comedy thing going on between you. Y'all could do a comedy show.
I wouldn't be nowhere caught
She
with him but here.
she is a comedy
Yes,
show.
she is. She really is. But I love her and I love you. I just met you, but I still say I love you guys because you have such a wonderful rapport with each other. And that's what this music business is really all about, supporting each other, encouraging each other, motivating each other, and celebrating each other. That's the truth. Absolutely.
Wait, hold it right there. Tell her what this show is all about.
So, and then one of the things what the Blues Factory is about, it's about giving homage to unsung musicians, entertainers, writers, arrangers, producers, right here from Detroit, because we don't want nobody to get it twisted. Detroit is still the music mecca right here, Motown.
Absolutely. It never
And
stopped.
a lot of these groups and artists and musicians have helped propel a lot of acts forward, and they were never talked about.
Absolutely.
You know, it was during the time of Motown, and even with Westbound, they never put on who the musicians were, who the background singers were. The only thing that you would see who the group's name was, who it was written by, and the producer's name.
Okay, that's enough. Come on, Diane.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I appreciate what you're saying because I've been in this business since I was 8 years old. For real. I started off at 8 years old. Absolutely. 8 years old. Absolutely. My first gig was at the 20 Grand.
That was my first gig. 10 years old.
I was 8 years old. I did Rock Around the Christmas Tree. I got a standing ovation, and that just said to me, ooh, I like this. So I was blessed. I was blessed to have a wonderful person in my life, my stepmother. she brought me into the business, and how I got started was with her as my dance teacher, because she was teaching dance upstairs over the Elks Club, where my father was a member, and she was also the dollar
Is that the
ruler.
one on 30th Street?
Warren and 30th, absolutely.
When you said upstairs?
Her picture is on the wall still. She was. It should be.
The building's gone.
Is it? Oh my God! I didn't know that. I have so many memories at that place, dancing on my father's feet, to when they had Saturday night parties, and the woman who they used to call a shake dancer, but we all know her as God, I can't think of her name. On that mind, Lottie the Body. On Saturday nights, Lottie danced.
Yes, she did.
On at Warren and 30th at the Elks Club, and my stepmother was the daughter ruler there for over 15 years, and my father ran the bar. He stocked the bar every Saturday with records from Ann Gotts, and that's how I met her, because I was with him and I heard this music that was different from what I was used to hearing. And I crawled up the stairs and I watched her teach all these little girls. And I was mesmerized by what I saw them do. They were doing ballet tap. And I mean, it was just so exciting to me, because I watched the Mickey Mouse Club every single day.
You thought you was dumb.
Well, no, be quiet. Wait a minute, be quiet. Tell us about that.
Okay. When my father bought a month's TV, it was, the big old TV like this, and it had a little bitty screen with a little plastic film on it, which was stupid. It was yellow, red, blue, and green.
That was color, girl.
So, yes, it was. But sometimes if you turn it the wrong way, they had a green face. If you turn it red, they had a red face. I thought that was crazy. But the idea was so exciting, because we were the only family in the neighborhood who had the TV. So everybody came to our house. So at 4 o'clock, the Mickey Mouse Club came on. My dad took me to Robert Hall's to buy me the ears. And every day at 4 o'clock, I climb up on the TV. And I thought I was on the TV with them. And as I was telling Priscilla, my mother had a shadow box that had the little shelves on it and had the little figurines on it like you used to get at the dollar store. And I could just see my head, and I'm just singing in a pencil or toilet paper roll, whatever. That was my stage. And every day I got a spanking. Every day she said, you're going to fall off and break your neck, get your butt off that TV. But I couldn't. I was drawn to the talent that I saw. And what was so cool, one day she said, okay, I'm going to leave you alone. I'm going to let you just go ahead and do your thing. And I'm going to sit here and watch you so you don't break your neck. And every day I just envisioned myself being part of the Musketeers. And I had the ears, and I knew all the songs. I knew all the dances. Wow. So that's when I knew I wanted to really be an entertainer. But it really started from my mom and my dad, because both of them sang. My father played a ukulele. He used to sing a song called Miss Froggy Went A-Courtin'. The first song I learned how to sing harmony with, and I was probably 3 or 4 years old, was Sentimental Journey.
Wow.
With my siblings. A sentimental journey.
Yeah.
To renew old memories.
Yes.
Got my bags, got my reservations. Sentimental journey, here I come. That was it.
Yes,
so
yes.
I just knew that something was inside of me. I really did. And then when I met my stepmother, because I used to climb up the stairs, and she caught me one day, because every time she get close to the door, I run back down the stairs, and she caught me, and she said, why do you come up here and don't come in here and dance? I said, well, I can't dance like those kids. And she said, yes, you can, because I see you down there at the bar. Your daddy be giving you quarters to play the jukebox, and you be down there dancing like you up here in this classroom. Because I did. I watched everything they did. So she said, come on in here and dance. And I went in, and honestly, I did everything I saw them do. And she said, well, I'll be darned. You can dance. So she grabbed me by my hand and took me downstairs. And Mr. Hogan's, I need to talk to you. And I'm thinking, oh, my God, I'm going to be in trouble. I'm going to get a spanking because I done interrupted her class. That wasn't her agenda. She told my father, this young lady needs to be in my class every day on Saturday. If she's coming here with you to the bar, instead of standing down here with you at the bar and putting money in the jukebox, she needs to be up here with me. Mm-hmm. So that's how I got started dancing. And the next thing I know, she was dragging me everywhere. But how I got started singing is a whole nother story. She bought a Patty PayPal doll for me because we went to Kresge's and saw this doll. You hold her hand and she walks. So here I go. The box came to the house. And my Uncle Henry was living with us at that time. And my father had asked me, what do you want for Christmas? I said, marry Miss Davis. He said, I can't marry Miss Davis. I got a girlfriend. I said, Daddy, I don't like your girlfriend. And I didn't say why. But she cornered me in the bathroom and put her finger in my face. And she said, I'm going to marry your father. And we're going to send you away to boarding school. Now, I'm 7, 8 years old. I stood up and I said, no, you not. I got somebody I want my daddy to marry. That ain't you. And I ran on out the bathroom. But I never told my father what happened. So my dad said, what you want for Christmas? I said, I want you to marry Miss Davis. He said, you crazy. I ain't marrying that lady. And I said, well, you asked me what I want, Daddy. Okay. So they got married the next year at Bethel AME Baptist Church, where her mother was the organist for 50 years.
Wow.
And we had a reception at her friend's house over on Seabolt, over there near McGraw. And so really what happened, she took me downtown. I saw this dial. I said, oh, I love that dial. But it was a white dial. Wish it had been a black dial. But at that time, the dials looked like monsters. They were green and the hair was nappy.
Chucky.
Yeah, Chucky, like a black Chucky. You're right. That's what they look like. So I opened the box and my Uncle Henry kept walking past. You know you're gonna get in trouble. Is your name on that box? I'm like, I didn't check. He said, well, you better put that dial back in that box. I said, Uncle Henry, I know she bought that dial for me. He said, okay. Every few minutes he come back. Excuse me. It's almost 5:30. She might be home by now. I said, why you keep saying it, Uncle? He said, is your name on that box? I said, I don't think so. He said, then put it back in. I took that dial out. I combed her hair. I took her dress off. I put the dress back on. I just loved on the dial. And then it got close to time. I kept saying, oh man, she's going to be home in a few minutes. I put it back. I couldn't find no tape. I went to the kitchen, found some Scotch tape. Now, you know they don't wrap no boxes up with Scotch tape. From UPS or wherever it was delivered from. I found the tape. I taped it up best I could, put it back in the dining room. She came home and she said, well, hi, Twinkle. She used to call me Twinkle. She said when I was excited, my eyes would light up. She said, did you have a good day today? I said, yes, ma'am. She said, what you been doing today? I said, oh, just hanging around in the house and coloring and, doing, stuff I like to do. And so she said, did I get a special package today? And I said, my eyes got like this big. I'm like, huh? She said, did I get a special package today? And I was like, I went to stuttering. I'm like, I don't think so. She said, oh, really? For real? She said, my box looks like it's been tampered with. I said, oh. She said, oh, yeah, I ordered a dial for myself. And somebody opened the box. And I was scared to death. And she said, you know what? She said, I'm going to have to spank you because you told me a lie. And I was like, man, she ain't never raised her voice to me. Now she going to spank me? She said, yeah, you're going to get a spanking. She came in the room. She took my record player out. She took my little cassette. Not a cassette. It wasn't a cassette. It was the radio. The little transistor radio. And I had the little record player. She took all that out of my room. She said, all you're going to do is do your homework and you'll eat dinner and go to bed. I said, okay. She spanked me. I couldn't believe it. I'm sitting in my room and she had bought this old, it's like a chest. When you open it, was 3 mirrors and it had the little tough chair and the velvet and the little gold knobs. And I still got one. I'm sitting in the mirror. Nobody loves me. I done made up a song. I'm singing. Nobody loves me. Nobody cares. And she came back in the room. She said, excuse me, didn't I say no music in your room? I said, yes, ma'am. She said, well, where's this singing coming from? And I said, it was me. She said, what? It was you. I don't believe you. Sing it again. I sang it again. She said, oh, Lord, I got plans for you. And that's how I got started singing. That is the truth, how I got started singing. And I knew it was something that I wanted to do.
So now you are... Tell us some of the people that you're performing with, because you got about...
Okay. I've sang...
10 minutes.
You talking about background vocals and all that kind of stuff?
Well, you have sung with.
I've sang with the Platters. I sang for David Ruffin. I did 2 albums with David Ruffin. I was in Australia with Isaac Hayes. I recorded with him, with Donna Bird. I've sang background for Denise Williams. I've sang for so many people I can't even tell you all the things that some backgrounds and records that I've been on. But what was the most rewarding thing for me as far as performing was the opportunity that I had to start off with a professional girls group, the Debonaires.
The Debonaires.
When I went to Ziggy Johnson was my dance teacher by then.
I know that.
So Ziggy had told my mother, because they were friends, you need to take Diane over to this record company called Golden World. And I heard one of their songs on the radio. It was Eeny, Meeny, Gypsylini. And I was like, it was such a cool little dance song. I was like, ooh, that's a good song. And she said, well, Ziggy said you should go and audition for them. I said, for real? She said, yeah. So she took me over to Mr. Wingate's studio over there on Davidson. And I sang Misty. I was singing grown people songs like Drowning My Own Tears and The Masquerade Is Over With. And so all those songs is what I sang, because that's what I like to sing, because I like to listen to, my favorite was Stevie Wonder. He was doing Ray Charles, all the great songs of Ray Charles. It was Stevie Wonder sings The Soul of Ray Charles. And so I had that album, and I played it till the grooves was almost off. And so that's the songs that I was singing at the Chit Chat Lounge at 13, and Chit Chat Lounge with Martha Jean, and the Hobby Bar with Rudy Robinson. And I would go. I couldn't go up to the bar. I had to sit close to the door with my stepmother, and they would call me up, and I would go up and sing, and they was like, "This girl is something else." But the best thing that happened, I thought, my stepmother did a fashion show. And Lou Rawls was the headline. And so I don't remember what I sang, but he came in the dressing room and knocked on the door. He said, excuse me, Miss Hogan's, can I take your daughter out on the road with me? And she looked at me and said, are you insane? She only 11 years old. She ain't going nowhere with you. But for Lou Rawls to rest, to see the talent.
That's an honor.
Yes.
I tell you the best thing, too, and I've probably given up my time because I can talk. Okay. So I was down at Cobo Hall when they always had the opening of the car show. Mm-hmm. And we were down there for the Delta Airlines. That was the party we were performing for. Mm-hmm. I was with a group called Tim Hewitt Big Band. And Aretha Franklin and her entourage was coming through. And I was singing, I'll never forget, Deja Vu, because that's Isaac Hayes wrote that song for Dionne Warwick. And so I was singing that, my own little version. And they stopped. And she stood there. She didn't look at me. She was looking sideways. Now I'm over here. And she waited until I finished. And when I finished, she turned and did this to me. And I was like, oh my God. Aretha Franklin gave me a nod. I don't believe this. And that to me was, we have little things. Mm-hmm. That little thing was just so endearing to my heart. And then I wrote a poem dedicated to her.
Wow.
So, and I got a chance to actually do it when she passed away. Joan Belgraves did a show. Mm-hmm. And Joan asked me to sing, and I sang one of her gospel songs. And she said, I want you to do the narration on your poem, talking about how you love Aretha Franklin. So, I've been so blessed.
You're watching Wjzz Cool TV live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and other top social media platforms, the Blues Factory. So,
like us, follow us, share, and subscribe. And thank you for watching WJZZ, the coolest station
in the world. Diane.
Yes.
I hate to stop you, but you talk too damn much.
No, because you're going to have to come back in. Because we can't get it all in.
See, she got a lot of stuff that
it
I
is, and I got
hear.
some stuff I want to ask, but you would please promise that you're going to
I will, if I'm invited, I will absolutely come back.
Yes.
Because the part that really makes me feel honored is because I really love Priscilla. And I know of the greatness of what she's done with her life. And we were just talking about how these young girls don't know nothing about paying dues. That's right. And she and I both have paid dues. I've dealt with racism. I've dealt with so many things. Being out on the road. Oh my God. It's been almost horrifying.
You've got to come back.
I would love to.
Yes, you do.
You invite me and I'll come back.
We love you.
Don't even think about getting up, because you got to hear what.
I'm not going nowhere.
Now, this is a gentleman that is an iconic individual from back in the days of Westbound. And the group was called The Superlatives. I remember when I first heard the particular song, I'll end up playing it, and I was a drummer. And if you couldn't play that drum beat, you couldn't play. And I think I was about 14, 15 years old at that time. But this guy has been a mentor for me in my life. He's been my brother. He's been another
take you
father.
too long.
And like I said, because I'm
take you too damn long.
You see my eyes get watery. Hey, your eyes didn't get watery until I hit you.
Oh my Lord.
But I want to introduce my friend, my hero, another one of my mentors, the one and only Mr. Robert Rip Washington, of the Superlatives. I think he's the last surviving member. It's two left.
of us, yeah.
Okay, that's two left. But
What's his
Rip
last name?
Washington.
Washington.
Yeah.
Henry Kinder George.
Booker T. Booker T.
Lord.
Don't look at George.
Leave him alone. He's right with me. But Rip, thank you for being here. It is an honor.
Yes.
It is a pleasure. It's a lot of stuff I want to ask you, but I want you to get a chance to talk. How did the Superlatives come about?
First of all, don't do that yet. Tell us about you.
That is him.
What about me?
Huh?
We ran into the same circles. Ken Bell was one of my promoters. And back in the day, you know, when Hal told me about it, I says, Priscilla, you know, I don't remember those Priscilla. But then again, when we got it, I said, Ken Bell. They're the Master Blaster.
Yes, but before he became Ken Bell, his name was Al Smith. I
Al
knew him in New York.
Well, you know, he moved to Florida not too long away, you know, got
Yes.
sick, yeah. But, you know, it's a strange situation. The journey is not as glorious as Diane's is. You know, I learned how to sing sitting on the porch in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And I started with a young group in the schools. You know, you had groups coming up and everything. And we did shows, you know, and all that. And then I joined the service because when I got out of school, it wasn't much of us. And I wanted education. So I joined the Army during the Vietnam War. And my mother just disowned me, you know. But when I got 6 months in the service, Marshall calls up. I got him on the phone. They done got a master contract and they named themselves the Shy Lights.
What?
And I said, why did you wait 6 damn months?
Oh my God.
I got a rifle in my hand.
Oh
But no, honestly, through the years, the Superlatives, it was really a funny story. My uncle, James Stubblefield, and he and I was walking down Linwood, and we were just harmonizing, what's your name? You know. And behind us came this voice. Fit right in.
Wow.
And the guy said, "Did you guys have a group?" Group? No group. The Superlatives had just broke up, in a sense. They had 2 members left, Billy Jones and Jimmy Edwards, and asked us to come along. And it was history from there. We just went on from there and started, and we met your boy.
Ken.
No,
Mother.
Mother. Yeah.
Barney. Question. Do you remember what year that was that you guys...
68, I believe, 67, 68.
Oh, I was a teenager.
Yeah, you were kind of cute then, you know. I mean, now I'm saying.
What the hell wrong with you? I'm still cute.
See, but I couldn't talk to her then because she was cute. She was too cute, you know. You know, and so when
And
she
that
came,
was
but no,
67,
yeah,
68,
and we worked the circuit. We worked with everybody. We again, when I called in that day, I don't remember when the Sweet James guys was here.
Yes.
Yeah, I was the one that
Okay.
called in. And when we got the word that Sweet James needed us, you know, back in the day, groups worked together. There was no animosity. I didn't like
No.
what we partied. Only you know, and when he called us, we got the tune, "The Whole World's a Stage," and we went over and we stopped in the summer in his street, right in the middle of the street, and started singing the song, getting out the car.
Wow.
And history from there. But no, we went pretty good. We did a lot of shows. Probably did it with you, and you don't remember. But
So
yeah.
you guys actually recorded the background
The
vocals
background.
to
Yeah.
Whole World
World's
is
a
a Stage.
Stage.
That's See how
Yeah.
people, you know, when you
How
don't
they
know
go?
that.
The whole
world
is a stage.
I've got it on here. I'll get a chance to play a little bit.
Everybody's playing.
That's it. Everybody played
Yes.
the fool. But that was our thing. We went on and on. We did a lot of shows, and we probably bumped into you out there on the circuit. But The group was pretty solid. We traveled a lot. We did a lot of things. Had a few things, and one song was stolen from us, and we never ever. We talked to Barney about it, and when they played the track, we did it. What was it on Second Street? What was that studio?
That was
Sound
United Sound?
The Sound. Sound Suite.
United Sound.
United
Yes.
Sound.
We were in one studio, cutting this tune. They were in the other studio. We didn't know they were recording the sound. The sound was. We named it Shack Shaker. Came out 2 weeks ago as Who's Making Love to Your Old Lady.
Stop.
wow.
Oh,
Johnny
my
Taylor.
Lord.
Because Johnny did do that.
Yep, he took. If you put the tracks together, but guess what we didn't do? We
Didn't have a copyright.
Didn't copyright.
That's
But
what I
that's
was telling
basically the Superlatives has been around. We did a thing we enjoyed. We all the circuits that you went to and you went to, we were in the same circuit. And our biggest thing we loved was Ken Bell.
Oh, that was,
He had the club.
yes, Ken Bell Celebrities.
He had the club. You know, but we were all over. Shy Chaparral, all them.
Yeah.
You know, all the good stuff.
Yes.
But you know,
It was Ben's High Chaparral, Ken Bell Celebrities, Ethel's, the
Under these ballroom.
no.
Okay, that was that's too
It was Ethel Phelps,
yep, all of them.
Henry's,
Yeah.
Henry's?
all those were the places to go to
that's
see a
right.
good
That's right.
show.
It was.
And on every Thursday night, if you remember when the groups were in town, we was on Grand River at the
Quit knocking on
right
the
off of
table.
right off of Joy. I like her. Just off of Joy Road. Oh God, I can't remember the name of it. But every entertainment.
The Grandy Ballroom?
No, that was down further.
Malls?
Malls.
Mall. It
Mall.
was Mall.
Yes,
M-A-L-L.
yes.
Everybody would be at malls.
Yes.
And you can come see all your artists for free.
Yes.
You know, but that was.
That's where Lou
That's
Rawls
just like the
was,
gospel.
Malls.
You could always go to Elmwood and Art and see gospel. The
Yeah.
gospel singers, Elmwood are either Frank's Diner.
The biggest thing that we had one year, we were doing a show at the local 212.
Local 212 over on Mac.
It was snowing.
Yes.
It was fleeting. So we got with, guess who?
Ken Bell.
Nope.
Nope.
The craziest bunch in the world.
Who is that? It's a bunch of crazy. Who?
Back then.
George Clinton.
You are absolutely.
Absolutely right.
And we, honestly, God, we were back there. No, when am I going to show up? Because it took a long time to get there. It was
Right.
sliding in the ice and stuff. So we back there doing, guess what? You know, getting relaxed. So the guy knocks on the door and he says, okay, you guys are on. And so on what? We walked out and that place was packed.
Yes.
And he said, wait a minute, everybody was high.
Local 212
Yes. I
was
remember
one
that.
of the biggest locals and the Dairy Worker Hall.
And
The Dairy
876 was too.
876.
876.
Yes, on the boulevard.
Right.
Yes.
That was
Those
it.
three halls, I mean, they stayed, I don't care what they had, they were full.
All the time.
All the
But did
time.
you say the Great Stone
No.
Ballroom?
No.
Greystone didn't.
It wasn't doing.
Okay.
It
No.
wasn't going
Okay.
on like
That.
these.
Yeah, these are the bombs.
Well, that was a
Okay.
little earlier. Greystone
Yeah.
was like the real place where everybody went to ballroom and dance. But
Right.
these was the cabarets and
Yes.
birthday parties and all that kind of stuff.
Yes. The Greystone was for you elites on the west side.
I resemble that statement.
On the west side, you had to come to the east side to really have some fun,
That's right.
baby. But
You know,
anyway,
but can I do this? I've got a song
Uh-huh.
that I want to play, and this was one of the tunes that you wrote, and this was a big tune
Yeah.
for you guys, and I definitely want to do this song. This was one of my favorites,
he take too long to explain any damn
and
thing.
I'm hoping that Roger plays it back so we can hear it.
You gotta turn the speaker up.
Okay, I'm gonna let you go over there and mess with it to turn it up.
I'm moving.
have you
Don't say
seen-
nothing.
Have you?
Fine.
Okay. Have you done
Look at the
anything
plus and
recently?
minus.
No, you don't sing anymore.
Plus, hold it.
Well, I'm not ever gonna stop.
Let me come out because you might try to
I'm not
squeeze
gonna
in behind
ever
me.
stop. I have music right now.
Yes.
I
No, I moved the floor. You got it?
No, it's good.
Don't worry about it. They can hear it on the air. If we can't hear it, Al can see when
I
it
wanted
goes
to
down.
hear it.
Well, you have to buy it.
Power on. Auxiliary input mode.
Yes. Don't worry about it. I hear it from the studio, from the engineering room.
So everybody on your car can hear it.
Everybody on the air can hear it.
We
You know,
just can't
that's
hear it.
listening to the show can hear it.
Oh, what is
Even though we can't, we ain't gonna worry about it. That's some new shit.
I hope they don't.
Anyway.
I hope they can't get that. So,
Oh man. This what-
yeah.
mhm.
This was a
Mr.
show.
Washington,
Mm-hmm.
what are you doing now?
I
Now,
want to hear that. Let's fade out. Hold that thought. Here we go.
I hate
Okay.
you.
There we go.
what am I doing now?
Uh-huh.
Absolutely anything I want to.
Is that right?
Traveling, to the audience, and I don't know, I just lost my wife,
No, I'm sorry to hear that.
and I'm moving.
Okay.
We had a cruise.
Scoot over, Diane.
Let me finish this before she end up taking over. Since I brought my guest, she wouldn't even let me talk to Diane. But this song, "Don't Walk Away,"
Yes.
was a very iconic song for you guys, and you wrote this song. How did you come up with that tune?
There was a young lady I was dating back in the time, and we were having combinations issue, I guess that's what you would call, and she was fading off to the sunset. So I was sitting at my desk, and I said, I gotta do this. And I wrote it sitting at my desk.
Wow.
Took it down, got it there, and guess who was playing on it? It was Sugar Child.
Oh, no kidding.
Sugar Child.
Robinson?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, bless
Wow.
his heart.
And he did the other one on the flip side. What was the other one? I don't remember.
Is that what you do? Just write songs and produce?
Well, we wrote everything that we sang.
Okay.
And it was a point where, the group we could sit there at the table. Because one thing we had in common is that we didn't take 5 and 6 and 7 takes.
Mm-hmm.
When we walked into your studio, we were ready. We were ready. And we'd be in there and we out.
Wow.
No 5-6 hours of stuff because we always rehearsed everything.
Mm-hmm.
And when we got through what we did, we hit the studio, we still do running.
You know, that was just like my first CD. Roy sent me a cassette to North Carolina. I was performing in South Carolina. He sent me a cassette. I didn't like it at first. Then I heard Mighty Big Shoes. And I said, I like that. And I learned that song in 3 days and recorded in one.
You're watching WJZZ live, streaming on Facebook,
Wait a minute.
YouTube,
What?
Twitch, Twitter, and other top
Get your hands
social
off me.
media platforms. So,
The Blues Factory. You didn't say that.
okay, you say Blues Factory. I need your glasses. So, like us, follow us, share, and comment and subscribe. And thank you for watching WJZZ, the
I wish
coolest
y'all fired
station
me.
in the world.
Fire
So,
me.
I want to get to this.
I got some rum
I
and coke.
remember
Want some
when
rum and
I
coke?
first met you, and I met you, you guys came in and did a quick performance with your song, and you guys had on these bad velvet suits. You remember those suits?
Was it
Were
hot or
they
cold?
blue? were they blue or brown?
Brown.
They were brown, and I remember that. And you guys did those steps and everything, and I was like, wow, these cats are bad. And as being a drummer, I had to learn that song, because that was an iconic beat that if you couldn't play Don't Walk Away, the intro,
Yeah.
you couldn't play.
A lot of them couldn't do that.
So what ended up happening later on when I met you, you guys were looking for a self-contained act. And it was Lawrence Schuler, and it was myself. And we sat down and we had a meeting with you. And what happened with these guys, they had the deal with RCA Records. With RCA Records. So I ended up putting together a self-contained group where we sung and we played the instruments, because during that time it was Earth, Wind and Fire, the Commodores, and that's what was going. And we did that. And we ended up getting a record deal with RCA because of you. And that was from the song that we did was Write Your Ticket.
Write your ticket.
Take a ride. Yes, indeed.
Write your ticket.
And we were called the
Element Experience.
Element Experience.
Hey, listen, I gotta say this right quick. This weekend, this Saturday, I will be performing with Johnny Taylor's son, TJ Hooker Taylor, in Idlewild at the Mid-Michigan Idlewild Event Center. I think the doors open at 7. The show will start, I think, around 8 or 9. But we'll be performing at the Mid-Michigan Idlewilders Event Center. I forgot all about that. I'll be performing along with TJ Hooker Taylor, and we're going to have a ball. So you can also call Miss Vivian for information at 313-300-1455. Call her and get the information. I think it's on Joy Road in Idlewild, Michigan, where that's at. I damn if I know. But anyway, don't forget to call Miss Vivian. And don't forget, August the 12th, Southern Soul on the River with Willie Clayton, T. Marv, J. Wan, West Love, Sir Charles, Tina P., Coco, our very own Coco.
Our very own Detroit's own.
DJ Fuji. So go get your tickets at the Aretha Franklin Amphitheater box office, or either you can go online and get your tickets. It's going to be an awesome show. You know, our time is just about out.
It is. This is why, Rip, I would love to have you back.
Please.
And you too.
Diane going to come back.
Yeah, well, see, he's going to be in Florida. So.
Well, that's what you do when you retire and ain't got shit to do.
Wait a minute.
Go to Florida.
What do you call it? This was the funniest to me. We went down Florida and we were staying with him, me and Brenda. And this is the my friend that we travel with. He started us to traveling, going to say the places that we've been with you. Puerto
Vallarta, Riviera Maya. Cruises.
The cruises.
Which we're going on in August.
Yes,
we're going to London and we're going to Spain.
Paris.
Who going with you?
Huh? Well, my wife just passed. I'm looking for a mate. You ready?
Diane,
no,
you
don't. Kwame?
Diane.
Kwame, I don't think Kwame gonna let him go nowhere with you. Okay.
Kwame.
I keep telling your ass to move over.
No, we have fun. We travel.
Yes.
We've got them hooked now, so they just in trouble. They've been with us for 8 years. We've been traveling now.
That's awesome.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes.
There's nothing like having the freedom to travel and do whatever you want to do.
Yes.
I want to thank you guys for hanging out with us today.
Yes.
Please, you got to come back. You got to come back, because I didn't even give out the number for people to call in and talk to you. We was talking talking so much. But anyway, he was talking so much.
It was Priscilla's guest talking so much.
I enjoyed the conversation.
And I did too, because you were saying some things that really took me back.
Yes.
Yes.
I really appreciate you coming. I want to thank my co-host, Mr. Al Bishop Livingston. I want to thank Roger for allowing us to do this every Wednesday from 7 to 8, the Blues Factory. So y'all tune in and see who our next guest. They might be back next week. No, I ain't going to tell it like, because I don't know who I'm going to have next week. But thank you. Thank you.
And thank
you.
Thank you
so much for hanging out with us. We got to go. Woo! That time goes by
Jesus,
so
it go by
fast.
so fast.
When you're having fun.
That's what they say.
Bye.
You didn't do your boo 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 boo.
Good night, sweetheart.
Oh, Lord. That was my jam. That was my jam. I love
You
that
done made
song.
me miss my cue.